Hey there, guys. Welcome back to the Rogues Guild. It's been an amazing trip to Vegas. We did a lot of good things while we were there. Everything that we hoped for the team happened. We took down the only invite that they offered. We thought they were offering three. We were going to take all three, but we only got the one that they were offering. So, yeah, it felt amazing. But huge thanks to you guys. I heard some of you guys on the stream. Saw some of you guys' comments talking about me in the finance video, and I greatly appreciate that you guys are interested in this kind of content because this is what I love to do, and I love sharing this kind of information with you. So thank you very much. So yeah, finance. We'll just go ahead and dive right into it. I said we were gonna go back to the Ray cluster, so let's go back to the Ray cluster. Let's start with Ancient Knights. Alright guys, so what you're going to find here is you're going to find something that's a lot different than what we currently have in the Valhalla sets. So for those of you that were around, in all of the boxes we got a guaranteed ruler, and we got a guaranteed what was the secret rare. In this set it was the Husbandos. It was 5 reprints, functional reprints of cards, or actual reprints but with different art. They were all in their little school husbando stuff, so they were guaranteed one of those a box. But then the breakdown of your full arts was a lot different than it was as compared to what it is now. So, and this is if memory serves me correctly, my actual data is only from Ancient Knights on, and is from Advent of the Demon King and on, but I'm pretty sure Ancient Knights was the exact same as Advent of the Demon King. So if that's correct, then in each of the boxes you actually only got 2 full art super rares, 5 full art rares, 8 full art uncommons, and 19 full art commons. So what this is more of a natural breakdown based on the rarity that they actually print on the cards. So everything that I was telling you, and I have told you of all the stuff recently, that rarity doesn't matter. That is not the case for Ancient Knights. In Ancient Knights, the rarity was a real thing. So, carry over into unique cards. Remember that this set was 155 cards. It was 150 cards with 5 of them being variants of the previous, of one of the other 5 common cards in the set. So, of that, this was your breakdown on all the commons, and this is how it came out to printed copies. So, your full art uncommons, they were the same rarity as your full art rares, or your full art super rares. Your full art rares, they were actually the most rare in this set specifically. At the end of the day, with 150 cards though, these are a lot lower quantities than what we're used to seeing, and especially in a lot of the newer stuff. So all of your full art cards are actually more rare comparatively speaking to what they are now, because there are less in circulation if the same number of boxes are being printed in between the two sets. So the other thing that I needed to point out was this little number right here. This little number says that there were only 7 super rares guaranteed to pull in one of these boxes. That is totally different from where we're at now, because now we are guaranteed one of each of the super rares if you buy a box. This meant that of your 7 super rares, you might not have gotten the good ones, right? So this actually upped the rarity on even just the base rare super rares. So what you see now is you see that in this set, Orphica, Dark Red Riding Hood, and Mega Thunderfish are some of the 3 most expensive cards that you can pull base rarity in the set. Now, Orphica and Dark Riding Hood have always been kind of a fan service. They've always been like awesome, beautiful women. But Mega Thunderfish has always been a favorite of anybody that tries to run Shayla. But as of recently, Orphica and Mega Thunderfish are actually going to become very meta relevant because Shayla's making a splash. Get it? Dad jokes. Alright, anyway. And Orphica is, we all know, pairing very well with the Valkyrie of Mercy. So you can expect those cards to continue to rise in price. In Ancient Knights as well, there are 2 uncommons that are carrying value very, very well. The one is obviously Ferrospell. Ferrospell is $6 a card if you end up pulling it. With 40 unique uncommons and only 72 uncommons that you pull in a box, you're actually not guaranteed one or even two a box. And I can't remember specifically in Ancient Knights if they had the same kind of distribution that they have now, where I could guarantee I was at least getting one copy of all the uncommons. But yeah, I'll have to open a box to find that out. But fair spells are $6 a pop, and then the other one is Shade Assassin. So Shade Assassin has been finding its way into a lot of dark decks, and Freyla has been staying on the fringe of competitive play for many, many years. There are many dedicated players that as soon as a rotation happens or as soon as bans happen or something, they go right to Freyla to see if she is ready to come into the meta. And I tell you what, she is very, very close, if not ready, to take one of these GPs on a rogue spot for damn sure. So Shade Assassin is currently over $2 a pop. That's one of those that I didn't realize it was. It was currently in a stock out. Some people needed it. I checked my bulk and I had plenty in bulk, so I started listing some. It was like the Majin Dark Elf from a couple months ago. So it feels really good when you're sitting on a collection and you keep all your bulk and you find out that one of these uncommons is now very sought after. Really helps to balance the finances for you. So nothing too crazy with Ancient Knights. It's a pretty standard set. There's still some money to be had here. The full arts are pretty sought after. We currently have 2 stockouts in Ancient Knights. So Elemental Blast is in a stockout, and Sword of the New Moon is in a stockout. So if you're sitting on any full art copies of those, go ahead and reset the price on that to whatever you want. Alright guys, so Ancient Knights, pretty straightforward. We'll go ahead and hit Advent of the Demon King next time I do a finance video, but I wanted to take this time to kind of let you guys know something that I did. I did it over the last month and a half or so. I don't know what your guys' reaction to this will be, but I did wanted to share with you guys. So I created a price reset on 5 different full art cards for the Strangers of New Valhalla. Messenger of the Sun, March of the Dead, March Hare of Valhalla, Power of Immortality, and the 6 Jizo statues. I bought out every copy of those a month ago and then relisted at a higher price. So, why did I do this? I did this because I've shared with you guys enough at this point. I told you that all of those cards were going to be sought after. After this GP, you guys probably saw 6 Jizo statues all over the place. It's a very good card. It's going to be there. You saw all the Brunhilds run a playset of Messenger of the Sun. I told you it was going to be a good card. It's going to be there. What I don't understand is, now that I've told you guys that rarity doesn't matter, and I've shown you guys the breakdown, the stores are still going off of this rarity as some meaning to how many of the card are actually in existence, even though me and the viewers, we know that this is not the case anymore. So you tell me why a Messenger of the Sun full art is selling for 60 cents when a Blade of Faith is selling for $12 versus 60 cents, and they are both a 4 of in every Brunhild deck, and they are both rare, the one more than the other, and you're gonna sell that card for 60 cents. That doesn't make any sense to me. Plus, when we're talking about this kind of game and we're talking about what happens when, like, all of us are kind of dealing with a shortage on this set, right? The booster boxes, there weren't as much printed as the demand was. Why? Because none of your stores ordered enough for your demand. Why? Because none of the big box openers that sell singles are opening many boxes. Why? Because none of the cards carry value. So, why do they think none of these cards carry value? Because when they're looking at this stuff, the prices are still really low because the demand is simulated to be pretty low. So what I did was I said, no, these 5 cards, they are more expensive than most of your super rares. There are not enough of them out there, and you need to be running multiple of these cards in all of the competitive decks. That means that if Timmy at a store opens up a booster pack and hits a Messenger of the Sun full art in the back, they need to be feeling a lot like they hit money. Not that they hit 60 cents, that they hit money, because you don't hit a Messenger of the Sun in every booster box. Okay? It's a rare card to find. It's a good card. That means it's worth money. So, I reset all the prices. My total investment in this right now is $130.55. That is how much it cost me to buy 18 copies of Messenger of the Sun, 13 copies of March of the Dead, 14 copies of the March Hare of Valhalla, 8 copies of the Power of Immortality, and 10 copies of the 6 Jizo statues. Oh, and 4 copies of Protection of the Angels. That card is busted and needed in every white deck. And I actually only have 4 of those. Like, it was already pretty sought after, so like I didn't have to do anything crazy there, but I scooped up the last little bit. That's not a lot of cards. That's not a lot of cards. So what ended up happening was everyone that was actively testing in the environment recognized that these cards were very powerful, and they got their full arts early. Okay? 18 copies to completely wipe out the current inventory on Messenger of the Sun means that a lot were sold before I got involved. Okay? And they were still at 60 cents a pop. It's baffling. I did not buy any of these cards for over $2. And I reset the price on all of them to be up around 10. I currently have them listed at $9.99. So as we sit right now, Messenger of the Sun has 6 copies that is currently being sold by somebody else other than me with a low price of $5.97. That's not bad. That's a $6 card. If you pull a $6 card in a $3 booster pack, cool. You made your money back and you get another free booster pack. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. This card doesn't have to be $10. That's not my point. My point is that it should at least pay for the damn booster pack. So, that card has started to stabilize at the $5.97. March of the Dead, currently only one other seller with one other copy, also at my $9.99 price. March Hare of Valhalla, one person, one copy, $9.99. 6 Jizo statues, 5 copies, other than mine, at $9.72. Angels of Protection, nobody else. I'm the only one with 4. I've got them listed for $20. Sorry. It's a really good card, and I don't think they're out there, so it's a $20 card. Power of Immortality, 4 copies currently listed, other than my own, at $9.25. It's been about a month and a half since I stocked everything out. So in a month and a half, only 6 copies of Messengers of the Sun have shown up on the market to contest like the price point that I set. That's not a lot. This is proving my point. There is not a lot of these full arts in circulation. They are worth money. If you want to bling out your decks, that is where the money is at. Okay? So, I want to let you guys know. Let me know what you think. I'm really passionate about this stuff. Like, these cards are worth more than what they were being sold of. I mean, they were going fire sale just to, I don't know, recuperate some cost, but 60 cents for a Messenger of the Sun. That's a full art Messenger of the Sun, and you aren't even guaranteed one of those a box. And it's a mandatory playset of a deck that won in GP Sydney. You know, come on. You kidding me? Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I've been asked before if I was ever going to manipulate the market. I didn't think I was ever going to. This is the first time I've ever done it. And I promise you guys, if I ever do it again in the future, I'll let you guys know. I'm not scared to tell you guys what I did. At the end of the day, I'm not affecting your guys' ability to play these decks. I don't play any full arts in my decks, and I do just fine at tournaments, obviously. You don't need the bling, but I know that there's a market for it, and I know what it means. And it means that these cards are worth money. So let me know. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you guys in about 2 weeks, and we'll cover the Advent of the Demon King. All right? See you guys.